All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Everybody say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. So May and June on the KnivesFAST channel are the Tiguass takeover. I hope I'm saying your name right, brother, but the designer of this is Tiguass. This is the Cavol Kamasu. See if I can get it right. And this comes from Cavol through the Lefty Pass Around group, gray stonewash titanium handle, coated M390 blade, and this is the glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber handle. Front flipper only. Really interesting knife. Now let's start with something really cool here. Now at the very end of the video, I'm going to stop and I'm going to turn the lights down and do show the glow-in-the-dark one more time. I showed it in my unboxing, but I'm going to wait till the end of this video and show it, so don't go anywhere. But there are two versions of this, both on Cavol's site. This one is $317 with the glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber, and then there is another one that is not the glow-in-the-dark. This one, I'm trying to find the handle material. Really, why does everything have to be difficult for me? Can you guys explain that to me? Because if you can, I would love it. This is a titanium handle, glow-in-the-dark, okay, and a Damascus version. So a G10 Damascus with blue in it, which is really cool looking as well. Let's see if you can see it. Probably not, but it's got the blue kind of a black and blue G10 like you see on a lot of petrified fish knives, and that one is only $298. But again, these are fairly expensive knives because the inlays are fairly intricate. Now you do have right here, and notice something right off the bat. You have quite a gap right here where you can actually see the glue on this inlay. You see that? It's very interesting and there's a little bit of glue sticking out right there, but this is an actual a little bit of a gap right there that I can stick my thumbnail down inside. The rest of them are nice and tight. Now they do stand proud a little bit, and that's on purpose. Same thing with this one, but again, they seem to be done well. They're not coming out. It's just I thought I would point that out. Now you have a not reversible pocket clip with the Tiguass logo on there. You have this almost banana-like shape. You have your lock bar relief out here. It is a bolster lock. There is your screw for the lock bar insert. You do have chamfers right there for your lock bar access. And you have the really cool Cavol pivot, tooled on only one side. Chamfered, not contoured. Big chamfers on the edges here. Very, very nice. You do have a titanium backspacer, no lanyard love, no reversible pocket clip. Very minimal on the screws. You just have this, and then your pocket clip screw must come from the inside. Your tip comes all the way out here to the end, and lots of jimping up here for your front flipper. Now, front flipper, you just kind of nail it with your thumb here, and it comes out pretty good. Now, look how far back I am, guys. Let's tell you, this is one of the things KC talks about. Yeah, there I went again. I am way back here, and that guy's still trying to touch me if I'm not. So when I front flip, I gotta go back like this on this knife and again, now I screw it up because now my whole hand is back here. But that's my problem with a lot of front flippers. That's my only issue with not my only issue. Manipulating them is an issue, but don't stick it out that far or do something so that it doesn't come up as much. But because this is thin and your fulcrum point is right there, it's definitely going to come back, and you see that where it pushed on my finger. I just don't care for that. Now you do have this upswept or Persian style blade. Holes are not for deployment, they're just for weight reduction and looks. You do have jimping right here, and that is really your grip. Now, guys, I gotta say, melt in the hand ergonomics back here. Feels great. You do feel the clip right in here, but it's not a hot spot. You just feel it. Now, you can also come down here, but it's not as comfortable. And there are two things to note with the cutting performance of this knife. Number one, it is a stabber, man. It comes on through. Again, I can't really hold the cardboard as still as you should, but look at that. And then number two, it is, I thought it was. It cut very good earlier. There we go. It is very thin and slicey. There we go. Gosh, what am I doing wrong? My cardboard's getting small, and it always begins. But you do see, with that upswept, you do kind of pull out of the cut at the end. And that's just the thing for an upswept blade. It's not really necessarily something to knock this particular knife on. It's just something to bear in mind on any upswept blade. They will pull out of a cut, you know, because of that shape. But man, pokey stabby for days. Just an incredible looking blade. Now let's wipe this guy off because I just made it look gross. So give me just a second. We're going to wipe it. I love these Devo cloths. I use these all the time. And of course, we got to put this back. But you got, like I said, the grip is very nice. Feels good. Again, you can feel the clip, but it's not a hot spot. And it is a decent cutter. We'll talk about the specs in a moment. You do have a frame lock with like 45 to 50% lockup. No lock rock, no blade play, locked up like a rock. No, wow, Casey, the word is not coming out of my mouth right now. No lock stick at all. It is a little bit of a stiff lock bar to push over, so you really have to get in that chamfer and push pretty hard. It's not too bad. And then your your sharpening choil is fine. I will say, you can see it's still tailoring what's the word? It's still coming down from that plunge in here. So I think maybe after a little while you might have a little bit of a smile there, but it's hard to say with that shape. It's a very interesting shape, and I want to talk to somebody who sharpens one of these and see how they do. But very interesting knife, to say the least, and I'm glad Lefty sent this along for us to check out, and thank you, Cavol. Now, I will say this, Cavol is just producing some really interesting, really cool design knives. Now, this is 8.32 inches. The thickness is 0.13, so a little thicker. Again, this seems to be a thing with Cavol with it, where they go with thicker blade stock. I wish they'd come down just a little bit on some of these that could use a real slicey blade. 3.74 closed. 3.74 on the blade length, 4.72 on the closed length or the handle length. M3 90, 61 to 62. Blade finish is a ceramic coating. The handle is the titanium and the glow-in-the-dark carbon. Tiguass is the designer, and it is on cage ceramic ball bearings. Titanium pocket clip. Where is my weight? Do you know? 4.16 ounces. So not a really big deal on the weight for this size of knife. Now, it's going to be hard to compare because of the shape, but we'll try. No, it's not too hard. It's about the same size as the Ontario Rat 1, and it is way bigger than the Rat 2. So there are your normal comparisons. And guys, what an intriguing, interesting design, and what a great build. Again, besides that little issue with the glue sticking out there and the gap, it's really well made, like all the Cavol knives I've seen so far have been. So really, really cool. Thanks again to Cavol for sending this along. Thanks to Lefty EDC for letting me check it out. Now, before I say goodbye, I'm going to stop and give you guys a little look at the glow in the dark. All right, we're just finishing charging it up with the flashlight here. I got my Olight Seeker 4 Mini here, and here we go. So let's see how it does. Now, you can see very, very much. Let's see. Come on, focus. Focus. I know it's dark. There you go. Very glowy. Very, very cool. How is that? Pretty awesome. So yeah, and the other side would look even better because there's no brakes in it, but you do have the pocket clip, but that is pretty epic. So there you go, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below, all the things, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you so much for glowing with me along this journey. I don't know what that means. And thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.